to see from the beginning. I think it was 15 of us in a dark basement room. First women in ASHRAE breakfast. They were kind of trying to hide us, I think, but we were like, we'll not be hidden. And now here we are, almost 300 strong, so that's good.
Today we're joined by Karine LeBlanc, Regional Equipment Sales Manager for the West at Daikin Applied Americas and an ASHRAE Learning Institute instructor, and Tiffany Bates Abruzzo, West Regional Sales Manager at Baltimore Aircoil Company and a longtime ASHRAE volunteer. They share how they helped create and grow the Women in ASHRAE Leadership Symposium and its impact on leadership, connection, and women across the HVACR industry.
For me, I just feel like there's something that's here that's not at a normal ASHRAE meeting.
You can talk to everybody, can network, you can connect, to elevate, to support, to mentor. That one little nugget can make for the whole conference.
So give it, for the women watching, give them the pitch here. Why should they attend?
So you can find
So ladies, what do you think?
Oh.
Second year? Are you tired? Do you have any brain energy left for a quick conversation or?
Yes, I'm pumped. I've been up since 4 a.m.
Right.
for yoga, but I'm loving it.
How was the yoga? You don't see yoga too much at the ASHRAE get-togethers.
Well, it's funny. I've been ASHRAE volunteer for 25 years, and I've been doing yoga for over 25 years, but I never thought they'd come together. So honestly, when Karine first asked me, I said no. And then I think I remembered one of your lines, like, just because you're scared doesn't mean you can't. Just go for it.
Yeah.
So I went for it, and to see 100 ladies, you know, listening to me and just being healthy and loving their bodies was amazing. Because like I told them in the room, the mantra I've been working on lately is inhaling I love and exhaling my body.
And yet another one too. I am.
Oh, and I am enough. The two mantras. Yes.
I like that. I should have went to this thing.
No.
It was a lot of fun. It was a packed room, but, you know, adapting. We were going to be outside.
Right.
So my whole script was, you know, reach your hand up to the sky and look up to the sky. And then we had the ceiling. So I said, okay, ceiling. I meant ceiling. But no, I thought it was a great start, especially focusing on, you know, Bill's theme of, you know, overall wellness in buildings. Well, we're in those buildings, so we need to stay well and worry about our wellness as well. So.
Do you consider yourself like a spiritual person, or is this just something you do for exercise, or?
I do it definitely for exercise, but I think more for sanity. You know, Karine and I, as regional positions, I'm like talking to people absolutely every day and, you know, giving instruction as a mom and a wife and a planner of all things. So it's nice just an hour a day for me to go to yoga and to not think and have someone just tell me specifically what to do.
Yeah.
It's a good refresher.
I don't think we talk about that enough in the industry. Wellness, taking care of yourself, mental health.
Well, Angie.
And it's all kind of tied together, isn't it?
And I don't know if you noticed, but I feel like at conferences, everything is kind of focused on the drinking, the partying, and all that stuff. And I personally, deep down inside, I was thinking it would be so good that instead of saying, let's go out and party, pickleball tournament, right? And then we all healthy and learning together. I feel like we need to shift from that old mentality of like, let's just get drunk, let's go to the bar. And they try, right? They do like the walk, but at 6 a.m, right? I feel like it should be, there's an opportunity. And you saw it this morning. 100 people came. Do you think I wanted to wake up this morning and not sleep in? No. Why did I do it? I need to support Tiffany, right? I support her. But then I showed up and it set the tone for the entire day. I came, I was all pumped up. My blood was flowing. I guarantee you I would have not felt the same way if I would have not gone to that yoga. But I'm thinking, how can we implement that in our conferences? Not only in the women conferences, but in our conference, in our industry.
The health aspect, I think, has to grow because, you know, we want our buildings to be healthy. We need our bodies to be healthy to make the biggest impact. And I was shocked when in Angie's session, she stated that the #1 cause of death for construction workers is suicide. That's just heartbreaking. And if we can help with these topical conference and again, just supporting each other and being there for each other. I wouldn't say I'm a really religious person, but I mean, we're all energy. And if we can help each other and elevate each other, and if that means like I'm telling everybody we have smoothies, we have, nuts and granola and yoga, and I'm excited to get out to the ball game as well. Hopefully I'll make good choices at the ballpark after this conversation.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all about balance, right?
Yes.
We ate healthy all day. We exercise. It's okay if we have that $15 hot dog tonight.
That's right. To balance it out for sure.
Yeah, of course.
It's funny because we're at the 2026 Women in ASHRAE events here with Karine and Tiffany. We'll talk a little more about you guys professionally, but I just love podcasts. When something comes up, I just like to follow it. I used to be rigid and stick to the thing, but I think we're talking about something important, so I'd like to keep talking about that. And I personally went to the Ambient Women in Construction event a couple weeks ago. So 2 women's only events I've been to.
We're getting
Not
there.
sure what
We're
that
getting
means for
there.
me, but
Thank you,
because
Tony.
my company is sponsoring this Ambience, and I'm covering it for the YouTube channel. But the point I was bringing that up for was in that session, they also had like a meditation thing.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
yoga, but it was more of a sitting in your chair meditation thing. I was like, wow, this is so important. And I don't think like guys would never have that. Like, even if a guy's into that, but he's planning the event, he would be nervous to bring that up. Like, we should do that. Even if a lot of people want it, because it's not seemed like as manly. And I think that's a big problem, at least for men. And I'm sure for women too, like just to admit, like, it is important to take care of yourself. Yeah. Not just physically. Like, I lost 50 pounds over the last 7 years. Lost like
You
a
look
year ago.
great, Tony, by
And
the
it's
way.
like,
Good job.
thank you. And it's really hard to do that. It has to be almost a shift of like an internal spiritual kind of shift of, I really want to take care of myself.
Yeah.
You know, and then the mental health aspect. So I think it's important. I don't know where I'm going with all this, but I think it's good. And maybe the women
love
are
it.
the ones to bring it into the industry a little more.
Well,
I
we work
think
hard and we play
so.
hard.
Yeah.
We also take care of ourselves hard too,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
and you brought up meditation, and I've only been meditating for a couple years now, and now it's finally, part of my daily practice, but what a change. A few of the women came up to me after yoga and said, you're just so calm. I was like, that was not always the way. Talking about being aware and being intentional. Like, I sat down with my husband and daughter, and I was like, I would like to have a calm, joyful house. So
Right,
what can we
right.
do to get there? And, it's meditating together, and
Yeah.
it's using our calm bodies and our calm voices. And it's also, eating the right food and encouraging each other. And that's why I love this conference, because it feels more like family, extended family. We can all help each other grow, and to see from the beginning, I think it was 15 of us in a dark basement room for our first Women in ASHRAE breakfast. They were kind of trying to hide us, I think, but we were like, we'll not be hidden.
Right.
And now here we are, almost 300 strong. So that's good to see.
Tony, I have a word of the year that I go every year. And this year is, the word is intentional. And I feel like I use it everywhere. It's in my personal life, in my business life, even today, right? I'm being intentional about networking. I'm intentional about being in the room, not checking my email, not working. I'm present. I'm being intentional about meeting maybe new clients. I'm being intentional. What are you intentional for, right? So she told her family, what can we do? How can we do to have quiet family or not stress? Like, she's being intentional. And I love this word for us, for our industry. We're being intentional about having a Women in ASHRAE Leadership Symposium.
I love it. I love it. So talk a little bit about how this whole thing got started.
Oh my God. I was invited to speak at the Illinois chapter, ASHRAE chapter, as a distinguished lecturer. Are we talking here? I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Such a speaker. I always have to go to the audience. It's
Yeah.
like,
Why don't you, by the way, let's do some introductions here too, so people know
Yes.
who we are, because you both got different experiences. So
Yes,
Karine, why
yes.
don't you go first, and then we'll continue with your...
So my name is Karine LeBlanc, and I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm a regional sales manager for the West for Daikin Applied.
Great.
But I'm also a published author of a book called How to Be Human in a Technical World. Thank you both for your support. And I'm also a professional speaker and a trainer and a coach. So I do that part of my work as well.
Great. Tiffany, you want to do a quick introduction?
Sure. My name's Tiffany Abruzzo. I'm a yoga instructor.
In the making.
Just kidding. I did it once. I'm so excited. But I'm a chemical engineer and I'm the West Regional Sales Manager for Baltimore Air Coil. And I've been volunteering for ASHRAE for over 25 years. When I graduated from Arizona State, I thought, I'll do this for a year. And here we are because I joined ASHRAE and I found my tribe. And I mean, the actual symposium started when Karine went to the Illinois chapter, but the women in ASHRAE, the history is great. Jennifer Leach, actually on our steering committee in the Baltimore chapter, she just started having women in ASHRAE events and getting people together to support each other.
I interviewed her earlier. She's like, don't listen to that. I started this whole thing myself. No one helped me. No, she did so.
Well, then she brought it to membership and said, under ASHRAE membership, we should be helping. We have YAY, Young Engineers in ASHRAEs. Why not women in ASHRAE? We are. So, but just to start, we started with a breakfast at the winter meeting, and then we added a happy hour at the annual meeting. And then I'll let Karine take it from here because then she and Nancy.
Oh, yeah. So to go back to my story, I was invited as a distinguished lecturer at the Illinois chapter. And after the presentation, Nancy came to me and she expressed a desire. She said, why are we not having an event for women at ASHRAE? Or I think she said something like, I wish we would have. And I never thought about it. It
never crossed your mind?
No, because we already had those breakfasts, right? And those breakfasts are very popular. We had like 150 to 200 women.
You had those at the AHR event, AHR Expo?
At the winter meeting,
so it's
Monday
the
morning.
ASHRAE portion, so over at the Caesars Palace. So when AHR is at the convention center, typically ASHRAE has a headquarter hotel, and that's where they hold all their committee meetings, social events, and technical committees. So it was actually at Caesars Palace this past year.
So you're already having the breakfast.
So we already had the breakfast and then a happy hour at the annual meeting. So 2 events a year, but Nancy and Karine had a bigger vision.
Yeah, I basically told Nancy, listen, I support you. I know how to network and navigate ASHRAE. I've been an ASHRAE member since I'm a student.
You were born to do this. Like you were put on this planet. You too, Tiff.
Okay, I'll choose.
And Nancy was kind of newish because she raised 4 kids and she came into ASHRAE later. But she had that vision and I loved her vision. So we supported each other and then we got a proposal and it started in January 2023. January 10, 2023, I was there. In June, we got a proposal, and I believe in September, we got accepted. So it took us like almost 9 months in the process to convince
So you had to go through ASHRAE to...
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
You know...
You didn't want to be like a splinter group, like we're going doing our own thing.
Oh, no. We're ASHRAE lovers, and, we owe so much to ASHRAE.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I not go to ASHRAE? That would be not... I wouldn't even think about that.
It's such a great support system. Like our past president of the San Diego chapter, Michelle, just had a baby boy, Henry. And so when Sarah and Glenn Maston came in, we were able to meet them for lunch and meet little Henry. But I mean, it gives us a venue, at the local chapter. We do clothing drives, we do food drives, we do beach cleanups, we hold study groups. I mean, it's just... such a great community builder. And, through ASHRAE, I do feel like I'm making the world a better place. I love that it gives us an avenue to really, help our world, help our communities. But the first conference in Chicago was amazing. We had 240 attendees.
It's insane for the first show, first conference.
And now over 280, this one, fantastic. But we did have we started off in the fall and then we decided the spring would be a better time frame. So we went a full year and a half. So I was a little worried that maybe we had lost some momentum, but nope. Here we are.
No, there is a need. And we did a survey after the first conference. I couldn't believe it. it was all 5-star. And everything that I read on those survey was, wow, I felt like I belong. For the first time,
Love it.
I felt like I had like a community. I met so many new people. Like all the feedback was so positive because we are like, okay, let's look at the survey and how can we improve? And basically what I learned from that survey is that we needed more networking session.
networking.
So this is one thing we implemented on this one is we added a 30-minute networking between breakout and also coffee break for an hour. And even with that today, I was like, oh my God, that's not enough, right? It's like
Wow.
by the time you talk to people, you get to food. And so that was one of the things we implemented from the survey. And what else that we got that we felt to rush? So I think, again, we work with the timing to make sure that, but besides that, we're like, okay, obviously this is good. Let's do it again.
What I loved was that most attendees did fill out the surveys
Yes.
and did offer great feedback that we could implement.
That's a good
and
sign.
we already have some for next year. So
Yeah. What I'm picking up on is, I don't know, like a feeling of I found my tribe kind of feeling. Am
Yes.
I off with that? Or
no, absolutely.
It's so much fun. How often do you go to a conference as a woman in our industry and look around and it's all women? It's all people like you.
never?
Never.
Right.
And
Even at school. We
even
went to
before that,
There's
I
no
was
one
gonna say
like me,
high
by the way.
school.
There's nobody. Thank
You're
God.
very special, Tony. You're so special.
Agreed.
How does it feel for you to be in a room
yeah.
like that, right?
Well, this is your second time in a month, right?
A little bit of I'm sneaking into the party or something kind of feeling like, should I be here?
So
That kind of thing. And I'm trying to like, I don't want to be a take away
Disruptor.
from the womanness of it or it being, you know, for me, I just feel like there's something that's here that's not at a normal ASHRAE meeting.
Yep.
You know, ASHRAE meetings are like business and we're going to do, even with the breakout sessions, there's something here that's more
human.
spiritual,
Human.
human. It's more human. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's like I found my peeps.
Yes,
I
you can relax.
found my girls or
Yes.
whatever. You
You can
know?
talk to everybody, you can network, you can connect, you can empower. And today, what I experienced in one of the breakouts is the speaker didn't really have an answer to the question. She actually did, but somebody else from the audience got up and said, hey, I have something to add. And that was so powerful.
Wow, yeah.
Again, right? To elevate, to support, to mentor. And then somebody says, hey, I can talk to you after the session. I can help with that. Hello.
Right.
Just that one little nugget
little
can
thing.
make for the whole conference.
And I think it speaks volumes that the keynotes are all sticking around to attend the conference.
Oh, wow.
I feel like a lot of the times, you know, the data center big conferences, the keynotes are in and out.
Yeah.
And they're just there for their, you know, allotted hours. So, but I think it's great that Gail and Amy are like, heck yeah, we're staying.
It's almost like people want to be here.
People want to be
Yes.
here, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I was trying to say earlier, but I
That's
couldn't figure it out. It's like normally when you go to a conference, you're like, I got to go to this thing. And you get through and you learn a few things. You're like, oh, I can't wait to get home. But
Yeah.
I mean, none of the conferences that our company puts on or anything like that. As I was saying that, I was like, I better shut up. What am I doing here? But
Well, you're touching about a very important point, Tony, is the
Right.
fact that my company, her company, your company, 100% support us coming here,
Right.
investing our time, right? Because a year and a half of meeting every other Friday is time, right? And of course, I have to
Right.
compensate for that. But the fact that I know my company has my back, same as you, is
Right.
a huge, big difference.
huge.
It's like, and then not only that, but they also support you by sponsoring money, right? And second of all, sending other people from your own company.
Right.
Hello.
Who does that?
Yeah.
You don't have to beg. They recognize it. So we have to be very thankful for working, all three of us, for amazing company. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
It was funny when you're saying that. Tiffany reached out to me. I had just started. I was like a week new at Ambient. And she's like, yeah, we got this thing. And I'm like, oh man, I'm going to go to my company and ask them for a check like my first week.
And they
Hi.
said,
I brought it up to Tony
Yeah.
that Tony Tanzillo, shout out, you know, the COO, and he's like,
you.
yeah, man,
Thank
we're all
you,
over that.
Tony.
What's the details? Give it to me. And I'm like, oh,
We
I like
really
this. This is
appreciate
great.
it.
See,
You
this
know,
is
so-
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He didn't shut you down. He was like, tell me more. Tell me more. And then
And
it's
we've
easy
even
to
got
sell.
people here from Ambient, which is
Yes.
great.
You have tons of
It's
people. Thank you for
outstanding.
bringing people.
Yeah.
And Tiffany for reaching out, right?
Well,
Awesome.
Karine asked if I could help with the sponsorships because I've always been on the ASHRAE research promotion side, which raises money for the ASHRAE research projects. So I started reaching out, and, you know, I love the reps, the manufacturers' reps hold a dear place in my heart. So I was like, well, you know, we'll ask our manufacturers, but we got to get some manufacturers' reps there
Yeah. Yeah.
as well. So the fact that Air Treatment, Ambient, and Marathon all said yes and sent groups of women,
Yeah.
I love the way our industry is moving.
And you know
in
the
that
best part
direction.
is now that we're here, they're like, we need to send more, right? Because
Right.
I saw
Yes.
new people coming from my company at
Ooh.
Daikin, and they're like, Karine, I'm going back, and we need to send more people. This is so nice. And I'm like,
Yes.
I told you, right? But
Right.
there's nothing like living
When you
it,
get here,
being in the room. I
Right.
always say, be in the room.
Absolutely.
Love
You have
it.
to have a seat at the table. So we're very excited that we've already chosen a location for next year.
Where is it? Where is it? Drum.
So the Women in ASHRAE Leadership Symposium will be held in Baltimore, Maryland
No
next
way.
year on April 11th,
Wonder why.
12th, and 13th. So same week. Mark your
Interesting.
calendars. And yes, Jennifer Leach with the Baltimore chapter will be my co-chair. And so we have some fun things already planned. We're thinking the aquarium for the welcome party and hopefully an Orioles game
nice.
for one of the events. And of course, amazing speakers and both technical and soft skills.
Wow.
Look at us. See, we're so organized.
Already going for it.
Woman power.
So give it for the women watching. Give them the pitch here. Why should they attend?
Please
What are they going
come
to get out of it?
join us so you can find your tribe and learn both sides. You want to have your leadership skills and know your brand for your personal brand, and you also want to stay up to par on your technical side.
What she said.
What she said. I love it. Karine, Tiffany, amazing job. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I hope I
We're
get
so
invited
happy
to next
come.
year.
You're already invited. Official invitation.
Hey, I
right
got that
now.
on. See, I
Save
put
the
you on the
date.
spot on the camera. Now later you're like, man, he got us.
You're in. You're in.
Oh, we would
We
love.
would love to have
for
you next year.
Awesome.
The #1 HVAC influencer of the year at our
Number
symposium.
one. We
for
love you,
sure.
Okay,
Tony.
well, I'll
Thank you.
take whatever
Spreading
title you
the,
give me.
the
Thank
good,
you.
good
Thank
love.
you guys.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.